Laugh channel. Hey, we want you to subscribe to our channel and ring that little bell right over there. You know what happens when you ring that bell? It helps us get in touch with you and say, hey, we got another great video out here, so make sure you watch it. So ring that bell if you like what we're doing here. And we're excited to have you here today. Well, what we do here is we share jokes from our groups and we give you the credit for it. So check the links out in the description so you can submit your joke for us to use. And we're going to include it on your link, and you encourage people to check you out. So if you'd like to be a part of our jokes on this channel, just go to one of the links up there and we will pull from there. Now, make sure if you don't want people to go to your Facebook wall or your profile or your Tumblr blog or an Instagram page, just make sure you include the link you want people to go to, because that's where we're going to send them. Also, make sure you stay to the end of this video, because we have a special VIP club to be a part of. And guess what? You can make $25 per person you have joined on our VIP Laugh More Today Club. That's right, all you do is send people here, watch the video, enjoy it, laugh, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff, and then make sure they click on the link and put your username in, and bam, you make 25 bucks. How great is that? So, we got some fun that will happen here, but hey, you didn't come here to hear me talk. We want to tell you some jokes. So let's get started, okay? Alright, so our first joke is going to be from Deb Banique. And just so that y'all know, if I mess up your name, please forgive me. It's not my wish to do that, but I'll do my best. She's a postdoctorate scientist, and she studied at the University of Calcutta, and she lives in Washington, D.C. Alright, so she titled this joke called Getting a Hairdryer Through Customs. An active young woman on a flight from Ireland asked the priest beside her, "Father, may I ask you a favor?" "Of course you can, child. What may I do for you?" "Well, I bought my mother an expensive hairdryer for her birthday. It's unopened, but, well, it's over the custom limits, and I'm afraid they'll confiscate it. Is there any way you could carry it through customs for me? Maybe hide it under your robes, perhaps?" "I would love to help you, dear, but I must warn you, I will not lie." "With your honest face, Father, no one will question you," she replied. When they got to customs, she let the priest go first, of course. The official asked, "Father, do you have anything to declare?" "From the top of my head down to my waist, I have nothing to declare." The official thought that answer was a little strange, so he asked, "And what do you have to declare from your waist to the floor?" The father replied, "I have a marvelous instrument designed to be used on a woman, which is, to date, unused." Roaring with laughter, the official said, "Go ahead, Father. Next, please." Our next person that's going to share a joke with us is Arianati. Yep, he's the CEO of his own life, and he's a professional security consultant, and he studied at YULA, and he lives in California. Here's his joke. He says, a man from Manhattan, and we're going to call him John, goes to the Citibank in Rockefeller in order to request a loan. And after entering the building, he goes to the teller and asks, "What floor is the manager's Mr. Shapiro office on?" To which the teller replies, "The 53rd floor." And John heads off to the elevator, only to hear the teller shout that he's not supposed to go up unless he has a scheduled meeting. Like a thug, he just plays the hard of hearing card and goes up the elevator. Now, once on the floor, he follows the sign until he's outside the door of the office of Mr. Shapiro. He walks in and he asks the receptionist which door leads to Mr. Shapiro. And she points him in the direction. Just before he walks in, the receptionist says that he should wait because Mr. Shapiro is in an important meeting. John ignores it again and walks on in. Now, John, when he enters the room, he sees Mr. Shapiro talking with a bunch of stockholders. Hey there, Mr. Shapiro. Can I get a loan for $20? Mr. Shapiro, thinking this guy's got guts, and decided to see where it's going to go. So you decided to interrupt my meeting for $20? What do you need it for? Well, my wife and I are planning to go on a cruise for a week, and we're short $20. Oh, what would be the collateral? Oh, hold on one second. Pulls out his phone and makes a call saying, bring it out to the front. Sir, look out that window. You see that Bentley that just pulled up? Well, that's the collateral. With a smug look on his face, that's perfect, works for me. John gives him the key to the Bentley, and Mr. Shapiro gives him the $20. 1 week later, John returns to the office from his cruise. They return each other what they took, and John gives to the manager $5 for interest. Well, John, we looked into your account and found out that you're a millionaire. So why did you have to borrow $20? John said, well, where else am I going to find parking in Manhattan for $5 a week? Now, Raymond Ong says this on his joke. A couple went to play golf. The husband took a swing at the ball and flew and broke a window of the nearby house. They went into the house with the intention to pay for the window that he broke. Hesitated, he pressed the bell. A man answered in coarse, angrily voice, come in. They went in the house and saw the broken window, broken antique vase, a bald man sitting on the sofa. The couple apologized and said that they will replace any damage. The bald guy said, actually, I need to thank you for freeing me from that vase. I'm a genie and have been trapped in there for centuries. To show my gratitude, I will fulfill 3 of your wishes. You just say anything that you want. The couple standing there in disbelief look at each other, trying to believe their luck. The husband told his wife to make a wish first. The wife hesitated and said, well, I wish I had a house in every country. The genie closed his eyes and after a minute nodded and said, it's done. What's your second wish? The couple was very happy, and the husband made the second wish. I wish I had $16 billion in my bank. Again, the genie shut his eyes, and after a minute said, it's done. The couple was ecstatic. They can't believe their luck. Even if they work their asses off for the rest of their lives with no holiday, they can't achieve a fragment of the newfound wealth. Then the genie said, hey, before you make your next wish, I have a little favor to ask of you guys. You know, I've been trapped in that vase for centuries, and, well, it gets very lonely in there. I'm just wondering if it's okay if I make love to your wife. The couple looked at each other, and the husband whispered to the wife, you know, even if we work forever, we will never be this rich. We shouldn't offend him. I think you should do it. Just endure it. So they agreed. The genie took the wife to the room upstairs and fucked her like she has never been fucked before. His husband was very worried waiting downstairs. He heard his wife make a noise he's had never heard before. And after he finished, he lighted a cigarette and started smoking and said, your husband and you look pretty young. I'm just curious, how old are you guys? The wife answered, we just got married last year. I'm 32 years old and my husband is 35. Why? Why are you asking? The genie said, it's just funny that 2 adults who are over 30 still believe in genies.
Oh my God!
Now this next person, boy, this is a tongue twister here. Rigapalua Tamzabul is a secret diplomat, Congressional House of Cards, studied and abide with excellence, sojourned with perfection. Now she has 2.1 million content views. Woo! Boy, this is going to be a good one. 3 idiots were resting on summer day as they lay in a field somewhere, taking in some sun, each with a half-drunk bottle of wine in them. They began to get bored. Idiot number 1 said to the idiot number 2 and 3, I wonder which one of us can fart the farthest. Yeah, agreed number 2. And number 3 says, I have the best idea. Let's stick these corks from the wine bottles up our asses and then fart. We'll then be able to see whose cork goes the farthest. Then we'll know. Yeah, idiot 1 and 2 chimed in excited. They rise up from where they were laying and all 3 removed their pants and underwears and they each stuffed a cork up their butt. Now did I tell you they were idiots? Idiot number 1 shoots the back door breeze first. The cork whizzes through the air and lands about an acre away. Yay! Idiot number 2 says I can do better and takes position wiggling his butt in the air in preparation. He farts and swish! Out flies the cork. They searched for it and they found it 4 acres away. Top that, says idiot 2 to idiot 3. Oh yeah? Well watch this, I'm going to beat you both, says number 3. He takes position, lines his butt up toward the field, red in the face for having the cork up his butt the longest. He finally farts, releasing the cork to a boom that broke the speed barrier. He pulls up his pants and the idiots began to search for the cork. Now they searched and searched and searched through the night, but they could not find the cork. Finally they gave up and went home. Next morning the idiots meet for coffee. As they are drinking their coffee, idiot number 1 pulls out the daily newspaper from the back of his pocket, and it reads the headline, Flying Cork Kills Elephant in Africa. The idiots being idiots stare at each other dumbfounded. Idiot 3 says, Hey fellas, someone stole my idea.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you mean you had a question about the elephant? Hey, buddy. I can't do this. Roger, someone else take this for a second.
Hey, we got a couple more here. Ross Neminishi. His joke goes like this. When you occasionally have a really bad day and you just need to take it out on someone, don't take it out on someone you know, take it out on someone you don't know. I was sitting at my desk when I remembered a phone call I'd forgotten to make, and I found the number and I dialed it. The man answered saying hello, and I politely said, This is Chris, could I speak with Robin Carter? Suddenly a maniac voice yelled out in my ear, Get the right fucking number! And the phone was slammed down on me. I couldn't believe anyone could be that rude. When I tracked down Robin's correct number to call her, I finally found that I had accidentally transposed the last 2 digits. After hanging up with her, I decided to call the wrong number again. When the same guy answered the phone, I yelled, You're an asshole! And I hung up. I wrote this number down with the word asshole next to it, put it in my desk drawer, and every couple of weeks when I was paying bills or I really had a bad day, I'd call him up and yell, You're an asshole! It always cheered me up. Now when caller ID was introduced, I thought my therapeutic asshole calling would have to stop. So I called his number and said, Hi, this is John Smith from Atlanta, and I'm calling to see if you're familiar with our caller ID program. And he yelled, No! And he slammed down the phone. I quickly called him back and said, That's because you're an asshole! One day I was at a store, getting ready to pull in a parking spot. Some guy in a black BMW cut me off and pulled into my spot that I had patiently been waiting for. I hit the horn and yelled that I had been waiting for that spot, but the idiot ignored me. Now I noticed a for sale sign in the back of his window, so I wrote down his number. A couple of days later, right after calling the first asshole, I had his number on speed dial. I thought that I better call the BMW asshole too. And I said, Is this the man with the black BMW for sale? Yes, it is, he said. Can you tell me where I can see it? I asked. Yes, I live at 34 Moorhead Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a yellow house and it's car parked right out in front. What's your name? I asked. My name is Don Henson, he said. When's a good time to catch you, Don? I'm home every evening after 5. Listen, Don, can I tell you something? Yes. Don, You're an asshole! And then I hung up and added his number to my speed dial too. Now, when I had a problem, I had 2 assholes to call. Then I came up with this idea. I called asshole number 1. Hello? You're an asshole! But I didn't hang up. Are you still there? He asked. Yeah, I am, I said. Stop calling me, he screamed. Make me, I said. Who are you? He asked. My name is Don Henson. Yeah, well, where do you live, asshole? I live at 34 Moorhead Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia. A yellow house with my black Beamer parked in front. He said, well, I'm coming over right now, Don, and you better start saying your prayers, I said. Yeah, like I'm really scared, asshole. And I hung up. Then I called the asshole number 2. Hello? He said. Hello, asshole, I said. He yelled. If I ever find out who you are, you would, I said. I'll kick your ass, he exclaimed. I answered, well, asshole, here's your chance. I'm coming over right now. Then I hung up immediately and called the police saying that I lived at 34 Moorhead Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia, and that I was on my way over there to kill my gay lover. Then I called Channel 9 News about the gang war over on Moorhead Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia. I quickly got into my car and headed over to Moorhead Boulevard. I got there in just in time to watch 2 assholes beating the crap out of each other in front of 6 cop cars and an overhead police helicopter and a news crew. Now I feel much better. Anger management really works.
Oh my God. Go to Danny and Flork.
Well, we have a few more. Robin Train wanted to give this one out. She works at Pacific Gas and Electric Company. She studied at the University of Texas in Austin. She lived there. She's got this joke. She says this. A guy asked a girl sitting alone at the library, do you mind if I sit beside you? The girl answered with a loud voice, no, I don't want to spend the night with you. All the students in the library started staring at the guy, and he was so embarrassed. After a couple of minutes, the girl walked quietly to the guy's table and said, I studied psychology, and I know what a man is thinking. I guess you felt a little embarrassed, right? The guy responded with a loud voice, what? $200 just for one night? That's too much. Now all the people in the library looked at the girl in shock. The guy whispered in her ears, I studied law, and I know how to make others feel guilty.
Yeah, Ed.
I've got a few more here. Stephen Burton, he's a retired soldier and the best buddy of Jack Kitty. Hey, and he lives in Buffalo, New York. Wow, he's got 5.6 million content views on this joke. This is going to be a good one. 2 women on the radio were debating the merits of being a stay-at-home mom versus working and having your child in daycare all day. And it started off pretty civil. Stay-at-home mom says it's important to raise your own children with the stay-at-home parent have an academic edge over their peers without a parent at home. And daycare working mom says this. Studies have also shown that stay-at-home moms are more stressed. The number of stay-at-home moms who feel they're struggling is 42% compared to the 36% of working moms. Well, that pissed off stay-at-home mom. Her voice changed a bit. Stay-at-home mom said, well, I am very happy raising my child. I don't understand how any mother would choose to leave her children with a stranger all day. Daycare mom said, you say strangers, but at my daycare, I have professional child care people. These are people that are with children most of their week. They have been trained to understand the needs and wants of children, and to be honest, they probably do a better job than mothers who only have 1 or 2 children in their life and learn parenting by on-the-job training. Now, I want my children to have the best care possible, and that means by experienced child care providers. Now, there was about 10 seconds of radio silence. Stay-at-home mom said, do you send your husband to prostitute for sex? Daycare mom says, there is no reason to be nasty. We are trying to have a civil discussion. That comment was uncalled for. The stay-at-home mom says, I wasn't trying to be insulting, but I was just thinking you should probably encourage your husband to go to prostitutes. After all, they are professionals, and they have years of experience understanding the needs and wants of a man. To be honest, They can do a better job than you, who has only had a few sex partners in your life and learned sex by on-the-job training. Don't you want your husband to have the best sex he possibly can, experienced sex workers? Yeah, that's smart. Hey, we got Daniel Alexander Blue, and he works at Aegis Group. He lives in Manama, Bahrain. Okay, and his joke goes like this. The other day, I needed to pay a visit to the public toilet, so I found a public toilet that had 2 cubicles. One of the door was locked, so I went in the other one, closed the door, dropped my trousers, and sat down. A voice came from the cubicle next to me. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Although I thought it was a bit strange, I didn't want to be rude, so I replied, well, not too bad, thanks. After a short pause, I heard this voice again. So, what are you up to? And again, I answered somewhat reluctantly. Oh, just having a quick shit. How about yourself? Next thing I heard him say was, sorry, mate. I have to call you back because I got some cunt in the cubicle next to me answering everything I say.
Yeah, Ed.
And here we go, Kent Fung. He's a serious, he's a casual drunk. Sounds like me. A man dies from his soul and appears at the pearly gates. Now, unfortunately, St. Peter finds that his life was sinful and he is sent to hell. Well, once there, he's greeted by a demon, shaking the hand warmly, and the demon smiles and says, welcome, welcome, welcome to the hell. Before we get you settled in, let's show you around so you can decide which hell is right for you. Confused and somewhat nervous, the man replies, there's different kinds of hell? Certainly, the demon replies, taking the man's hand, showing him past the front gates. For instance, here is our hell for gluttons, he says as he pulls open the first door on his left. Inside, the man is astonished to see a cornucopia of food, fresh, bountiful, delectable, prepared. Every cuisine imaginable is represented, and as far as the eye can see, and the most tempting aromas greeting his nostrils. There are people laughing and eating on their heart's content as they smile in bliss, washing it down with the finest, rarest wines ever produced. And here we have the hell for sport fans. The demon declares, opening the next door down. Inside is the biggest sports bar you've ever seen. Thousands of holographic screens showing sporting events of all sorts, including some sports the man never seen and heard of. And at the bar, sports fan drinking fresh beer, eating classic bar snacks, and mingling with the sport legends like Babe Ruth and Jack Dempsey and Johnny Unitas. The demon shows him yet another hell. Hell is one of my favorites, he confides. It's for the sexaholics. And inside, an orgy of unimaginable carnival delights is taking place. Men and women of incurable beauty frolicking and pleasuring themselves and each other to their heart's content. Well, do any of these appeal to you, my boy? The demon asks. Utterly stupefied, the man can only stammer. They're all looking great. I don't know how to choose. Maybe I can see this one here before I make my choice. The demon agrees and smiles happily. The man pulls open another door, and inside is a castle of horror. Screams of heart-rending pain and agony greet his ears as hideous creatures from torture a row after row of people with fire and acid and all manner of fiendish devices. Cries for mercy are heard, only to be cautiously ignored. So gruesome are the acts being performed that the man slams the door shut, leans over, and retches uncontrollably for long minutes. Finally able to breathe again, he says, What the fuck was that? Oh, that's the hell for Christians, the demon says, shrugging. They requested that way. Don't ask me why. Well, folks, that's going to do it for here. Hey, it's me, Billy Bob, here, giving you some opportunities to enjoy and laugh a little bit here at this channel. We hope you will continue to subscribe and to like our events. So that, and also do me a favor, click on that little bell, and that'll let you know when our next video comes out, possibly in a couple of days. So be looking for it. Hey, I did mention to you, if you stayed here for the rest of this video, you can find out exactly how you can make $25 per person. It's really simple. Just become a member of the VIP Laugh More Today. That's right, Laugh More Today, the VIP club. You don't want to miss that. Here, click on this link. You can go watch the video. It shows you exactly how you can do it just by bringing people to this channel. Have them subscribe, like, and ring the bell. And then they also will be able to become a member. And when they do, they're going to pay $25, and that's going to go in your pocket. Woohoo! You don't want to miss out on that. Click on the link, and you can see exactly how it's done. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Hope you have a great day. And, hey, folks, keep on laughing and keep on being naughty. Woo-hoo!